There comes a moment in life when the body begins to whisper in ways it never used to, gentle at first, then persistent, reminding us that strength we once carried so easily now asks for a little more patience, a little more care, and perhaps a little more understanding. And for many seniors, the quiet fear beneath those whispers is not about aging itself, but about losing the simple freedoms that once felt automatic, the ease of standing up without hesitation, the confidence of steady steps, the comfort of moving through the day without aches that tug at the spirit. And in those moments, it's natural to wonder whether mobility must fade or whether there might still be simple, nurturing ways to stay strong without pushing the body into long walks or strenuous routines it no longer welcomes. Because the truth is that aging is not a sign of decline, but a transition into a softer wisdom, a phase where we begin to understand our bodies as companions rather than machines to command. And with that understanding comes a calm acceptance that many of the changes we feel are rooted in predictable, gentle shifts within muscles, joints, and circulation. Over time, the deep stabilizing muscles we rely on for balance gradually weaken from underuse, the connective tissues stiffen from long periods of sitting, and the joints lose some of their natural lubrication, making certain movements feel heavier or less coordinated. Yet none of this is a sign that strength is lost forever, only that the body is asking for different kinds of nourishment, slower rhythms, more intentional movements, and practices that honor its pace rather than force its limits. And one of the most healing ways to support this stage of life is through 5 simple exercises that keep seniors young and strong without needing to commit to daily walks or long workouts. Gentle movements that can be done at home in just a few minutes, supporting the muscles that matter most for independence: the thighs, the hips, the ankles, the core, and the small stabilizers that quietly hold everything together. The first exercise is the seated leg lift, a humble but powerful way to wake up the quadriceps and strengthen the muscles that help us rise from chairs and climb steps. And it can be done by simply sitting tall on a sturdy chair, raising one leg until it straightens, holding it for a gentle breath, lowering it slowly, and repeating this motion several times on each side, letting the muscles grow warm without strain. And the beauty of this movement is in the steadiness it brings over time, each lift teaching the legs to support you with a little more confidence. The second exercise is the ankle circle, a small motion that improves balance in profound ways because the strength and flexibility of the ankles determine how well the body reacts to uneven ground or sudden shifts. And it takes only a moment to sit comfortably, lift one foot, and rotate it slowly in circles, 10 times clockwise, 10 times counterclockwise, before switching sides, feeling the gentle release along the lower leg as circulation increases and stiffness fades. The third exercise is the seated twist, a nurturing way to awaken the core and keep the spine mobile, which begins by sitting upright, placing one hand on the opposite knee, and turning the torso softly to the side while breathing deeply, allowing the ribs and back muscles to stretch without force, holding just long enough to feel the body loosen. Then, repeating on the other side, because even this mild twist nourishes the inner organs and encourages better posture. The fourth exercise is the heel-to-toe lift, which strengthens both the calves and the muscles in the shins, reducing the risk of stumbling and helping maintain a spring in the step. And it is done by standing near a counter or chair for support, lifting the heels as if rising into a light stretch, lowering them slowly, then lifting the toes so the heels stay grounded, creating a rhythm that wakes up the entire lower leg. And the fifth exercise is the seated march, a wonderful way to activate the hips and improve coordination without stressing the joints, achieved simply by sitting tall and lifting one knee at a time in a slow, marching motion while keeping the core engaged, imagining the body becoming more aligned and energized with each lift. And these 5 movements together create a foundation of strength that is gentle enough for daily practice, yet powerful enough to build noticeable change within just a few weeks. And the best time to do them is whenever the body feels quiet and receptive. Many people choose the morning to loosen overnight stiffness, while others prefer the evening when the mind seeks calm. And each exercise can be repeated 5 to 10 times, allowing the body to guide the pace. Over time, the improvements arrive not as sudden transformations, but as small, steady blessings. The feeling of rising from a chair without bracing the hands, the ease of moving from room to room with more balance, the pleasant warmth within the legs after a few days of repetition, the soft awakening of muscles that had long grown silent, and perhaps most importantly, the reassuring sense that mobility is not slipping away, but gently returning, responding to your care with gratitude of its own, because the body, even in age, remembers how to adapt, how to grow stronger, how to heal in quiet ways when offered patience rather than pressure. And, as you continue these simple exercises day by day, you may notice a renewed faith in your own resilience, a comforting awareness that aging does not close the door on strength. It merely invites a different kind of strength, one built on listening, on nurturing, on honoring the body's slower rhythms. And there is a deep peace that comes from knowing you are choosing to care for yourself, not out of fear, but out of respect for the years your body has carried you. And as this routine becomes part of your life, may you feel a soft gratitude rising inside, a reminder that even small actions done with consistency can shape the future in kind and hopeful ways. And may every gentle movement remind you that you are still capable, still growing, still worthy of strength, and still blessed with the ability to shape each day with intention. For the simple exercises that keep seniors young and strong are not just movements. They are quiet promises you make to yourself. Promises that say, you are not finished, you are not fading, you are still becoming.